The following program contains adult language, descriptions of fantasy violence, and a general lack of skill, talent, and quality. Audience discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Party of 5e, a show with a storyline that sounds like was written by a drunk 4-year-old. All right. Cut to the now awakened wizard Exariel. That we saw in a previous episode.
It's a metaphor.
She is coming out of that storage room that you guys had seen before, where she was a statue for who knows how long of a time. She's walking out of the storage room with just like an armful of large gemstones. And she is walking into that workroom where you guys had encountered a dragon flesh grafter that is still on the ground. So she puts those down, and she shoves all these gems into a big leather satchel, slings it over her shoulder, and then with a big wind up and just kicks that grafter on the ground. It's almost like she left it there so she can kick it every time she walked by. That's how pissed off she is at it. So she walks out of that workroom. She walks down the hallway past that mosaic tile trap that you guys made your way through on like episode 2, I think. She makes her way back down the hallway, and instead of exiting and coming out from where you guys originally entered, she continues down this hallway where previously you guys had seen there was some rubble from the collapse of from the tower above, has now been cleared away. The other end of this hallway leads into. She walks into this large circular room that has these. This entire room is made out of a very similar looking black stone material that surrounds the room. There are runes all over the walls, and they're in circles on the floor. Excuse me. I did have all this gas. I don't know what it is. Okay. So she's in this room with all of these runes, and she goes up to one of the walls where there are numerous patterns of runes throughout. She takes out her wand and she kind of, crisscrosses a few combinations of runes on the wall.
That was
the
and it's like this doorway kind of opens up. Where the wall is, where those runes are, it's like it starts to shimmer and flex. And then there's a slight little glow behind it, but it still kind of looks like a wall. But she just walks straight into the wall, and she ends up somewhere else. She is currently in that hidden cavern that you and Fayal saw back in Fairward Falls with those other dragonborn statues. And very similarly, she takes out one of those large gems, and she takes her wand and kind of channels some energy through it, and it disperses to these other dragonborn warriors, and it turns their stone back into flesh, and then they just go right back through the wall that she just came from, and they now suddenly pop up into this teleportation room that she has, and they start filing outward. They go out of this room and then back outside from that area you guys had entered before. She, however, continues just kind of crisscrossing and going around the whole room, all these different doorways. She leaves and pops back in with a few other dragonborn warriors, and they file out. She pops back out, she pops back in with another handful. Sometimes it's 2 or 3, sometimes it's 5, 6, 7, and they all file outward. After a time, she's repeated this process, who knows how many times at this point. After the final time, she follows along with these dragonborn warriors out of the basement of this of the tower, and she comes outside, and now there is like this entire encampment surrounding the area of her tower. There are dragonborn warriors all over the place. There are numerous warriors that are helping, with all of the rubble, helping to kind of put blocks back into place. There are some who are magic users that are, levitating bricks and walls back into place, and it looks like they're helping to rebuild that tower, while, there's, for hundreds of feet all around, there's all these little, tents are popping up and little fires. This whole encampment of these dragonborn warriors. Okay. Cut back to you guys at Blackstone Castle. After some time, after Rokar has awakened the entirety of this dragonborn army, he's now sitting down on this platform. He's now sitting down at the base. There's a couple of the other warriors are kind of kneeling down next to him, helping bandaging up his hands, and then one of the other dragonborn warriors comes up to you guys, and they walk up to you guys, and they're kind of sizing you up, right? They're kind of looking at everything, and they're like, "If you are to join us in battle, I'm afraid some of you might need a little help." And so he invites you to join him. He starts heading towards one of those rooms that was off to the sides of the stage. The door, those doors are wide open. You see several dragonborn warriors kind of coming in and out, and he's inviting you guys to head back into one of those rooms with him. But do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we're the entire reason that you're not stoned, but please, lead the way.
So he just kind of shrugs that off, and he leads you into this room. You walk into this room. There's several other warriors in here. They're all checking their equipment. They're kind of like, trying on different armors, and they come to each of you, and they offer this piece of armor to each of you. And so he says, "We do not know what horrors we face, but everything helps." And so he just, to Fox, the first one kind of closest to him, he just hands you this chess piece. But a couple of the other folks, they come up to offer the same looking piece. And you could all take the royal armor of the Gem Dragonborn. Now, I test fit this on each of your characters. Without changing anything, it does something wildly different for each of you.
Whoa.
Sounds magical.
Some not so much, some a lot. But you all can take that now.
So, how does this interact with my inability to wear armor at all?
It gives you disadvantage on a lot of things, but it gives you a... Why don't you try it on and find out?
Okay.
Aust, you, as you're sizing this up, you're kind of torn because this is a medium armor. You're like, oh no.
But I can also fly. It's not a plate version of that, huh?
Okay.
Oh, but it gives you resistance to everything.
So, tough choices. All right. So after a few minutes, Rokar comes into the room, and he comes up to Lukthaen, and he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, and he reiterates. Stand by.
So, the camera will see my fists clench on either side, but I don't do anything.
Okay. So he comes up to you and kind of addressing all of you, but he's talking to you. Exariel too has been awakened. She will be expecting you all soon. Please, let me show you the way. And he starts leading out of this armory. What all would you like to do at this point?
Are there any cool weapons in here?
Maybe. Most of the weapons that that are left in the armory are are more basic stuff. All the fancy stuff the warriors kind of claim for themselves already. They were probably they were probably I don't even know what the term for it is at this point, but they probably had them on their person when they when they got stoned.
Yeah.
So, but that's why they brought up the armor. Just like, hey, we have something you might want this.
Yeah.
It made my armor class 22.
That's wild.
But it gave you disadvantage on like everything.
It says it gives the wearer a +2 to armor class. It gave me a +6.
Yeah.
Well, no, it'd be because it should be the base 16 armor class.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was basing it on
Because regular spiked armor, because it's based on spiked armor, which is a 14 plus your dex modifier, and then so this thing already has an armor class of 16.
So let me just full disclosure. I didn't write this. I just found it. It's like that's cool. So so how it works, and that's why I kind of test it on everyone. I was like, why does it do this for you, but it doesn't do this for you?
Oh.
So yeah.
So I thought like disadvantage, blah 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 blah. If a spellcaster is wearing armor in which they lack proficiency, they cannot cast spells at all. So unfortunately, it's a pretty easy choice for moi.
Is that what's written on the thing?
This is just standard 5e.
That's just 5e rules, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought it was disadvantage to spell attacks, but it's just straight up you can't.
I don't like that. I do not care about that. Please disregard that.
Okay, cool. This is cool armor.
It is cool armor, and I want you guys to have cool things. You guys just don't like to use all the cool things.
Okay. So
Y'all are getting better.
again?
Y'all
The,
definitely gotten better over time.
The hourglass?
It's over there.
The hourglass doesn't do
I
anything?
know. What is it?
You don't know. You don't know.
Tell us the hour.
Right. Hey guys, an hour.
Hey.
An hour's down.
Yeah.
I'll start the next one.
That's a big deal.
So what are the rules again? Because
What are the rules? Or
Your
what are the rules that I'm giving you now?
what are the rules that you are giving us?
Is disregard the spell casting limitation. But did you say it specifically says wizards though?
No,
it's
any
all-
caster who's not proficient with armor.
Not proficient, but you have some. You
Yeah.
have some.
Yeah, if you have
proficiency.
any proficiency, then you're fine.
So then here's my argument for me.
Okay.
If the spellcasters who are not proficient in this armor can still cast spells, I think I should be able to add my proficiency bonus to the armor class of this thing.
Okay. And you're a +3,
I have a +3 proficiency bonus.
so that would put you.
It would give me a 20 armor class. I had a 19 with my mithril plate armor, and now it's down to a 17.
Right.
I actually have a better AC than him, which is
Yeah.
I have the equal.
kind of
Which is wild. And
Okay.
so my argument is if we're ignoring rules for the spellcasters, we should
Yes.
be able to ignore rules for the tank as well.
Okay.
And I think that balances this armor a lot better for me regardless.
So 20.
It would make my AC a 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
I feel much better about this now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
got no notes.
Because I was actually
just chilling.
Just bits.
and I think that was when I was looking at yours too.
Yeah. I was
What,
trying to remember.
when I was looking at yours, I was like, oh, he's gonna have to wrestle with this. I don't. At the time, I didn't know what to do for you, but that works.
I'm okay. I'm now okay with the wizard having a higher armor class than me. I don't know how that math works, but
I have no idea how that math worked either.
It's not higher.
oh no.
No.
Oh, what?
Because I had
22?
I had mage armor active,
Oh.
which I'm not going to ask him to bypass the way mage armor is written, which is like it's in place of armor. So I just can't use mage armor anymore. But a 19 for a wizard is
Still ridiculous.
I'm chilling.
Silly.
Wow.
Straight
Just
vibing.
silly.
You got a 19?
Yeah,
Great.
That's
it is kind of crazy.
It is crazy, but that just means I don't have to hold back.
Okay, I'm officially happy. My armor
Cool.
class got better. I'm resistant with stuff. You guys got what you guys are super cool. I'm happy.
Happy Curtis, happy Murdus.
Yeah.
Happy Murders.
Happy murders.
Happy murders.
It's the old adage.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
That's what they say.
Gotta keep a happy Curtis at home.
That's actually how the namesake is, you know? Alrighty.
And if it, that's kind of why I'm glad we are not releasing these episodes like in real time, and so we have no ability to react to any kind of criticism, because we're fucking making it up as we go along. That's literally how the game goes. It's like, that doesn't sound cool. Let's do something else.
I mean, really, if you want to think about it like this, the entire game is made up anyways.
It
so
is.
If we just make
It's
up our own.
literally- It's like, oh, it's just made up. Like, the whole thing is made up.
The whole thing
It's
is-
literally what it is.
You literally just made up this armor.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
took something that was existing, added new rules.
That's right. That's it.
Okay, so I did find something that is a tough break for me. This armor makes me resistant not just on strength-based checks, but also dex-based checks. There's a big part of my character and like initiative rolls are dex-based rolls, and that almost cancels out the Time Wizard bonus that I get. It actually does cancel.
Wait, how?
Because when you are wearing armor that you're not proficient with, all dex-based checks
Are at disadvantage? Oh, so your initiative is at disadvantage.
Yeah, which means that it negates the fact that I have a high niche.
You don't negate it.
I mean,
Just disadvantage.
it just means the lowest initiative you can have is an 8.
So
Which
basically,
is true anyways, but...
makes my armor class high, and then at some point I can make wings, and it also gives me resistance to damage. I can cast the flying spell.
Why don't you mull that over? And we'll make it sound cool, whatever you decide later.
Yeah. This can be a roleplay thing. I almost see this armor as like a gift from my shitty father.
Oh.
And so I think I'm gonna just like, almost like just refuse.
Whoa.
We can RP that if you want to, or whatever.
I would like to, if I would witness that. Yeah.
What?
If I witness that, are you doing that? You're doing that in the.
Well, that's up
If
to
that were-
Vincent.
So,
if he wants to
okay,
set up a
so
scene.
here
Not gonna take
is-
it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, because mechanically, I think even with the broken and all of the allowances that Vincent is making, I think it doesn't do enough to negate some of the
things that you really rely on.
downsides to it.
Okay. So let's pick it up from the point where he's telling you guys that Exadiel is expecting you, and he is going to show you how you get back. So he's going to, you know what? Let's kick it back before that. So he walks in. You guys are working with these other dragonborn. Some of you are like, well, hell yeah, you throw it on. Some of you guys are still kind of mulling it over, and so you're kind of, it's still kind of in your hands. When Rokar comes in, he tells you Exadiel is awaiting you all's return, and he exits the room in order to show you guys where you need to go. And action. Who leaves? Who leaves, and who leaves something behind?
I've
Yeah.
put the armor on.
I like this armor too, so I'm gonna put it on, and then I think. I mean, do I want to get rid of my mithril plate? Like, do I want to leave that? I think I would. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm exchanging my plate armor for this armor, and so then if someone else can use that, then it's just going to be in the armary.
Cool.
So then, yeah. Also, I don't want to tote around an extra 100 pounds of armor.
And if nothing else, if we all make it through this, maybe I'll come back. Yeah. Okay.
Most of the other Dragonborn soldiers are equipping themselves with mostly mundane equipment, right?
Yeah, just kind of extra stuff. They all have their main weapon, but then any other accoutrements they can fit on their belts or in their pack or something. Since they have no idea what they're truly getting into, they want to try to be prepared for anything as possible, and especially. They probably understand that there is, one of their tactics is gathering in some place, kind of staging beforehand. A lot of them will probably know that they're going to be meeting up with possibly other forces, and might give them an opportunity to share equipment for people who maybe don't have as much as well.
This is a out of character, off camera question.
Okay,
Did you name my mom?
I didn't.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go up to the soldier who led us back here
Mm-hmm.
and say, do you all have a rank? Is there a leader to your squadron?
The only leader we have now is Rokar. He commands us in battle. However, if that changes during battle, I'm sure the necessary people will know.
So you all are equals.
Correct.
Yourselves. Well, I do not want this. I do not need this. I will be just fine. You should put it on.
And so he takes it from you. It's like a little confused as he's kind of looking at, kind of sizing you up with just your robe and your. You have a cloak, right? He's like, all right, we'll hang on to this. So he's.
Wait. And I take out a dagger from my just from my pack,
Mhm.
and I slice open my hand, and I drop the dagger on the floor, and I just get some of my blood on my hand, and I start just writing something across the front of the armor.
Okay.
And it's gonna say Ruskana.
And so you're gonna let him keep taking that armor away? Okay. So he takes that armor away, probably goes and sits it on one of the other racks, and then kind of goes about helping some of the others get whatever other things that they need. Okay. Anything else?
I'd like to catch up to Lukthaen, put my hand on his shoulder, and Lukthaen, I can't imagine what you're going through right now, but this means nothing. We have your back.
Thank you, I know. I appreciate that.
Okay. If you need anything.
I need my mother to be alive, and I need this sorry excuse for a man to stop acting like he's not my father. But I don't think you can help me with that. Let's just win this bloody war.
In her name, then.
Indeed.
So Rokar will escort you guys back up those stairs that you guys came down from, and up into that room where you guys just fought that hollow dragon. You'll also notice as soon as you get up into there that shell of a dragon, all that is gone. Just gone. You don't see it where you guys last left it. And he escorts you guys to the very center of that room, where many of those rune circles kind of seem to gather more densely, more pactily in the center. And he gestures for all you guys to kind of stand here in the center of the room. And then again, he looks at Lukthaen, and he says, "Well, first, what do you guys do?" He's gesturing to you guys to take place in the center of the room.
Do you know what happened to the dragon that was here?
Ah, yes. We may need his services later. We transported him to the encampment. Once he awakens, he is a formidable ally.
He didn't stay dead?
Oh. Good sir, a hollow dragon does not stay dead. He will awaken himself life in the not too distant future.
I hope he doesn't have any hard feelings.
Oh no. Sargeras, he did precisely what he was meant to.
Who is the commander that he spoke of? Is that you?
It is now.
Well, good.
I know you and I will have a great deal to discuss. But that time is not now. Exariel will be expecting you. You will have some explaining to do to her.
I think it goes both ways.
Indeed. So, as you guys gather in the center, he takes a few steps back. And then you guys you go from this room and you just pop into that other room back in the Wizard's Tower. As soon as you arrive here, you see these runes along the floor kind of glowing, and after a few moments that glowing kind of dissipates as you guys kind of realize that you're in a different place. Once you get here, you hear all this kind of rumbling from above you, like all this like stone being moved around, and you hear all kinds of chatter, people kind of going in and out of the hallway, the other doors down the hallway. What all do you do at this point? Fayal, he starts kind of making his way just straight out that door. What all do you guys do?
Do we, especially me, but do we recognize where we are?
No. None of you guys have ever seen this room before. It looks similar to the room you guys just left, but maybe a little bit smaller. But you've never seen this room previously.
Real quick point of order. Mm-hmm. We heard Fayal speak audibly for the first time ever, right? Just like a couple minutes ago when he spoke to...
He still spoke telepathically
to
him.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear.
Got it.
Yeah, he still spoke telepathically in a way that all of you guys could hear.
Okay, cool.
Sorry about that.
Guess we just follow Fayal, as we have been doing.
Okay. So Fayal makes his way out of this lower deck of the Wizard's Tower, and as you guys are making your way out, where you guys had previously seen these dragonborn warriors near that door, they're gone. You make your way up out of the door, outside the door. It opens up. It's still a nice sunny day outside, but you see something that you all have not, I would say haven't seen in ages, but you just saw, actually. You see numerous gem dragonborn warriors all over the place. You see different little encampments. You see people running equipment around. You see some of them, helping to rebuild the tower. They're stacking bricks and helping clear up all of the rubble. And as soon as you guys get outside, the wizard Exariel sees all of you guys coming out. And you just hear, Lukthaen!
I take off in a dead sprint towards her.
Towards her?
Yeah.
Okay. And she starts kind of hustling her way towards you. You guys come together. What do? Do you just slug her? No.
No, actually. So I have so many emotions ranging through me, but it's weird because I've just had my whole, what I believed about everything about my childhood and my past just basically undone in the snap of a second. I thought I knew that she plucked me from my family and kept me captive for my entire life. And that was a fact that I knew and then came to terms with in a very Stockholm syndrome type of way. Now I find out that yes, she plucked me, but my family asked her to. And so like, I don't know if I want to like shove her, but like I ended up just like giving her this like weird hug thing. And then I just like shove her off of me.
Yeah, so you guys make contact. Yeah, you go in for a hug.
And she's not that type of person, and we do not have that type of relationship.
Correct. At first, she is excited, maybe even relieved to actually see that you're still alive. You come in for this hug, and she's like, you can see it in her face. It's like, what do I do? And she starts to kind of put her hands around you. And
Before she can do that.
Yeah, and then you just shove her away. And then she looks at you, and you can like see it in her face. She's not sure what to say to you, because knowing who she just sent to go speak to you, she has no idea what you're going through right now. I mean, well, she has an idea. She doesn't know. And so she kind of looks to you and she says, "You will have some explaining to do." And then she kind of starts stepping a little closer. And then she kind of takes you by the cloak, by the edges of the cloak. And she says, and then her face kind of goes from kind of confused, I don't know what to do, to almost endearing, like she's actually happy that you're here. And after she says, "You'll have some explaining to do, and I want to hear everything." And then she actually pulls you into a hug, and she just holds you for as long as you will let her.
There's like kind of the opposite thing, because she's never shown me any affection like whatsoever. And so I'm like almost frozen, like, what the fuck is happening?
Now what do I do?
And then like I'll like return the embrace.
Okay.
I thought you were dead.
Death it's not the end. There is always another form. However, as you have seen, and she gestures to all these other dragonborn warriors, as you may have gathered, the stoning, if you will, was merely a tool, was merely a form of stasis. These dragonborn warriors knew that they would be needed once again. On the evening when our tower was attacked, I wasn't sure what else to do, so I transformed myself in the hopes of deterring whatever attackers we had. It was only recently that Old Man Deckard resurrected me. So, as you'll see, we will have a great deal to catch up on. In fact, Deckard would want to speak to you all now. And she gestures off into the woods, and where you see Old Man Deckard, and you see the old woman Adira that you all had previously encountered, and your good old pal Jerry. Kind of farther out into the woods, a little bit farther away from, a little bit separated from the encampment, and they kind of all notice that you guys have returned, and you see Deckard kind of gesturing to all of you, wanting to speak with you all. What all would you like to do now?
I imagine that Exariel has started addressing the group, and I still like haven't necessarily let go of the hug. She's like talking over me. So like she's like very clear, like okay, go.
Yep.
And I'm just like still kind of looking up at her chin, and almost like just stay there like a beat too long.
Lukthaen, I know you're going through quite a few emotions, but we should move along.
Yes, indeed. All right. And I'll like take a couple steps, and then just like look back at her over my shoulder, and then make my way.
As soon as you guys start walking towards Deckard, and after she's finally kind of backed away slowly from Lukthaen, she kind of walks around to the other side of the opening to where you guys just came from. And if you if you were familiar with the layout of that lower deck, she's going around to the side where that room, that teleportation room, would be, but just along the surface. And so what she does is she kind of stands just before that area, and she takes out her wand, and she begins she begins casting something. And then the ground just above that room starts to kind of rumble, and it kind of starts to separate. And then it basically opens up that room from the top down. And then there is kind of like where the walls are, it kind of falls back and kind of gives almost like this ramp coming up from that circular floor that you guys teleported in from, and kind of leading up to the surface. And after a few moments, you see blink into existence a large group of some of those dragonborn warriors from Blackstone Castle. They just blink in, like 10 or 15 of them, and then they just start booking it up that ramp to get out of the way. And then as soon as those guys are out of the way, boop, like 10, 20 more starts popping in, so on and so forth. And so slowly this encampment starts getting fuller and fuller of more dragonborn warriors as they start to blink in from the castle.
Quick note.
Yes.
I see her casting a spell, and I'm like, just like, kid in a candy shop. Like, this was my master. And then like it dawns on me that like I have her spell book.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there's this thought of like, do I need to give this back to her? But then I just tuck it back and keep walking with my group.
Okay. So once you make your way over to Old Man Deckard and along with Adira and Jerry.
Good old Jerry.
Good old Jerry.
Most important note you ever took.
Yeah. It just says Jerry.
As you guys walk up to them, you hear Deckard say, "Hello, my friends. I would say stay a while and listen, but we don't have much time." And then Adira chimes in saying, "We have very reliable information that our worst fears have come to pass." And then Deckard kind of takes over, like, "Oh yes. Have you heard the name Xylarion?" No one? Good! No one ever should have. Her name was purposefully erased from history. all of them. Before time could be measured, she was there. Before the words even existed to describe such a creature, she was there. Once worshipped by the Titans themselves, the shackled queen is the godmother of all evil that has ever been willed into this world. At that moment, you hear behind you the dragonborn army. There's all this chattering, and a little bit more excitement starts going on. And if you were to look back at what's going on, you would see numerous spectral dragons, along with dragon riders, descend upon that area, and they kind of land in little open pockets around. Everyone is getting uber excited, and you're with all these other little spectral dragons kind of running around now. Their riders dismounting, and all kind of embracing and shaking hands, and maybe some of them knew each other in a former life at some point. Who knows? But they're all getting along, and they're all starting to starting to help each other out with gathering supplies and things like that. You would also notice among them the rogue Anka, and then moments later, another spectral dragon drops down, and you see the cleric Arlana that the audience knows. They see each other, and they're excited to see each other. They embrace. You also notice very similar, if you were to think about it, very similar features. They look very similar. They have they each have long dark hair. It's probably not out of the realm of possibility to surmise maybe they're sisters. Aust, you would possibly also notice on the cleric's armor a very similar looking sigil, a very similar, very similar looking image. Could perhaps a family crest of a house Laigin that you might recognize. Also, out in the crowd, we see one of the very few non-humans or non-dragonborns. You see a tiny, not tiny, but you see a dwarvish female, also kind of making her way out to the edge of the crowd, and she also notices Fox.
Oh my god.
And this is Fox's dear friend Falcon. And as soon as she notices, and at first she's like looking, and she's like, no, is it? And she just books it. She books it towards you, and yeah, she just, much like you and Exadiel, you're just booking it straight for her.
Yes.
And as soon as she sees you, she just, she's only so tall, so you feel this bear hug of force around your waist.
I'll drop down for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You bitch, you're alive. What the hell happened?
Oh my god, we've got a lot to talk about. And then it's just like, and then she notices your bracelet. It's like, oh my god, you have the same. Did you? Oh my! And but she also notices Deckard and Adira, and like, you guys are in the middle of something, and it's just like, sorry. Okay. Oh, super excited to see you.
I can't believe I hear your voice. I know.
Sorry. We'll talk she like, and then she's kind of looking at Deckard and Adira, and they're both kind of, like, they're not mad, but there's just like, we're kind of busy.
Kind of place, ladies.
Yeah, so she's like, and then she kind of just like very excitedly kind of runs back to her friends. She runs back to Arlana, and she's like tugging on us. Super excited. So everyone meeting up with everyone, super excited. And so after you guys finally turn your attention back to Deckard and Adira, Adira says, "We have come to know that it was a merchant by the name of Raksha, the leader of a local gang of smugglers. It seems that throughout his travels he had stumbled upon an orb of dragon kind. Within it contained the essence of a horrible red dragon, who led him to find various artifacts that had been quietly passed down across the ages. Using the orb, it seems as though he summoned the red dragon Solas. And with the information and artifacts provided, Solas was able to determine the place where Xylarium had been entombed for the remainder of eternity." And as she says that, she gestures up to the mountain that you guys are not far from at this point. And then Deckard walks up to Fayal, and he says, "And now, you, young one. It is time that you use that item for its true calling," and gesturing to the staff that he has. Fayal looks a little confused at what he's asking, what he means. Because he's used it before, but he's not 100% what else he is supposed to do with it or can do with it. And then Jerry pipes up. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, hey, sorry, hey, let me help you out. This is gonna be a little weird. Just hang on." And he takes out something from his pocket, and he just kind of blows this dust up into kind of everyone's face, and you all get like this little flash of like, ow, like something in your eye real quick, and you just get this flash really quick. And as soon as you all look up at, Jerry kind of backs out of the way, and then Adira and Deckard, they kind of take a couple of steps back from you guys, and what you guys see is almost like they're casting this shadow, or there's like some kind of silhouette, but it's not of a humanoid. You see like this silhouette of these enormous dragons. So as you're looking at them, you see it's almost like they're being backlit, and you have these silhouettes of these enormous dragons, and they kind of keep backing up, so you see the full size of their shadows. And Fayal just kind of starts to realize, it's like, wait, of course. Fox, the final piece. You still have the top of the dragon collar. I have not yet connected it.
Okay.
So there was one of the pieces that he still hadn't connected, right? That we got very early on. It was, I called it the crown of
yes.
Of the.
I thought that was attached then.
It was not been attached yet. So yes.
Go back.
Yes, the final piece of the dragon collar. May I have it, please?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Right. So he takes this final piece. The top of it. It almost looks like there's these like 4 prongs that come up, but there's nothing there. There's nothing in it. It looks like it could hold something, but there's nothing there. So he takes it, and he finally connects it together, and he just he starts to touch it into place, and then it kind of locks it in. And then, like you guys have seen numerous times already, it begins to, this radiant energy starts to kind of overtake the item itself, and then it envelops Haugh. And then, rather than just kind of exploding outward like it has before, it's like it just surrounds him, and kind of like this like orb kind of surrounds him, and he's still kind of next to all of you guys, and it begins to overtake all of you as well. And what happens is you all level up.
Ooh.
And then really quick, it's like it all gets consumed, and then it just kind of just gets sucked back into the power, into the staff itself, and it's still kind of glowing with this energy. And y'all go back. No. But what he is able to do is like, he's looking around. He's looking at Adira and Deckard, but then he turns around at at you guys, and he sees it's like you each have this like kind of spectral or like a ghosty kind of dragon kind of hovering above you, almost like it's tethered to you in some way. And so he says, of course, it's called the dragon collar. It's not meant to control. It's not meant to command. It's meant to call dragons forth. And so he takes a step back, and then he just kind of flings the whole staff at all of you guys, and he just blasts you guys, and this energy starts to overtake all of you guys, and it's a similar feeling that you guys have felt before. Each time that you guys have defeated a dragon, and something has kind of has overcome you, and you've given you some kind of new power or new ability. Every time he's put the staff together, or put a piece of the staff together, and you guys have gotten these power-ups and this immense energy from the staff, and it all comes together in this. And so he just takes the full strength, the full power of the staff itself, and he just blasts you guys with it. And you feel those feelings that you have felt numerous times before, but it's just more intense. It's more powerful. It's almost painful, but not so much. You're able to kind of hold on. You feel this energy all over you guys, and it's like you can feel this crackling and this stinging beneath your skin, and so much so it feels like your skin is about to burst, and it essentially does. You feel yourself your hands getting larger and larger. You feel that your skin stretching. As you're looking at the ground, you see the ground get kind of farther and farther away, almost as you're getting larger, you're getting taller, and you're looking around at you're looking at your hands, and you're looking around at each other, and here are your new character sheets.
No. Are you...
Jesus.
What?
Because all you guys
What the heck?
are freaking dragons.
We're dragons.
What?
Man, I'm way smarter in my dragon form than
Dude, I was just upset
race
about
a
my
fucking dragon.
A fucking
Class
dragon.
a fucking dragon.
Let's go.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome.
So you guys, you're looking around at each other. You see a sapphire dragon. You see a moonstone dragon. You see a young crystal dragon, a young topaz dragon, and you all are just you're reeling, right? You're like, what just happened? And then through all of that, you hear Jerry saying, hey guys, sorry I lied before. There are definitely dragons in Lithos.